Hi guys, FrostFangs here and welcome back once again, of course, to another Paladins video. We're going to be playing some Atlas today, the man out of time. It has been a decent amount of time actually since I've covered him on the channel. My loadouts for him have been fiddled with a ton, so I feel like it makes sense to revisit him and give you an updated look on how I kind of play him these days. Although, to be honest with you, I don't really find myself going for Atlas all that much, at least recently. I've been just going for other tanks instead of him because I feel like usually I do a better job with them than if I go for Atlas, just because he is a little bit more difficult maybe to play than some of the other ones. But from my experience at least, in casual stuff, I don't really see him very often, and when I do see him played, he's usually not played all that well. He does have some form of a standard loader that you kind of see him picked with, which is this sort of thing. I'm sure you've seen them before. This one is just heal reset, this one is speed reset. The new card that I didn't have in the loadouts before is Phantom Pain, which I think got changed a couple patches ago. It's pretty straightforward. It just reduces the cooldown of your Q by 5 seconds when you hit somebody with your right click, and whether you hit 2 or 3 people doesn't really matter. It only pulls it down by 5. It doesn't stack or anything. We then also have Old Wounds, which is just a health increase because Atlas only has like 3.5k, which is pretty low for a tank. Obviously you can rewind, but this card's just really strong. We have a little bit of extra healing when we drop below 50%, and also Hell Hunter, which is a card I really like at level 1. I don't really feel the need to rock it any higher, which is if you hit somebody with your fully charged shot, you gem 1 ammo, which basically means you can have an infinite mag as long as you're just charging your full shot and actually hitting it. It does trigger on shields and deployables as well, which is kind of nice. But then the card that's actually different between the two, this one has Beyond the Veil, which is a movement speed buff when you walk through your little shield thing. What's it called? Stasis Field? Yeah, Stasis Field. The other one is the exact same, except instead of having the speed buff, it gives you a self-heal on it. Don't really need to spend too long here in the intro. I feel like I pretty much went over everything I wanted to. I have been missing a couple of videos recently. I just gave my voice a bit of a rest. I'm sure if you've been watching my stuff recently, you'd have been able to maybe tell that my voice was a bit more shredded than usual, so I ended up taking 2 days off where I just barely spoke at all, and my voice is a lot better now. It's still a little bit scuffed, but it's better than it was. But this video was kind of a request because I've been asked to do Atlas a decent amount recently, so I thought I'd go ahead and revisit him. But if you have any other requests, feel free to let me know in the comments, and on your way down there, feel free to hit the like button, which I'd of course appreciate because it lets me know you're enjoying the stuff, and it also helps the channel and the video out. But we got Lex, we got a Sky emoji, we got King of the Hill Magic's Archives as the map. We then have a Grok as our last pick, and we're up against a Zin, an Andro, a Kinessa, a Damba, and a Vivian. Didn't go over talents, but we'll go ahead and grab Deja Vu, by far my favourite one for him at the moment. Temporal Divide, definitely still a good choice, especially if you're going for the speed setup, but Deja Vu makes a little bit more sense here, and this way we can also trigger the Phantom Pain a little bit easier. We'll go ahead and start off with some Cauterize. For talents, we've got Discovery, we've got Debilitate, we've got 2 Spirit's Domain, so pretty standard stuff. Debilitate is kind of interesting here though. We're up against Reposition, Booby Trap, Spirit's Chosen, Cursed Revolver, and Yomi, so I don't really have to worry about the Zin ulting me. Let's just go ahead and run straight on to the point, I guess. We'll throw Q down a little bit early. There's a little shot for you. I'm going to be trying to charge up my shots as much as possible here so I don't have to worry about reloading as often. He pulled up his reversal. Hello Zin, I didn't realize you were here. There's a rewind for him, and he is gone. That was a very, very smooth, lucky kill. Oh, it's Grok. I thought it was an enemy hitting me there. Just going to try and sit on the point as much as I can. There's a little 750 for her. Try and play angles a little bit. There is a rewind. I think I did actually hit it with that. Didn't really do very much. Shoutouts to Moji. Dropped a high FrostFangs there in the chat midway through the match. It's me dead. Freaking last person alive there on the team. One thing to note though is that you can't reduce the cooldown of the Q when it's actually up. You have to wait for it to finish because it doesn't actually go on cooldown until the Q has like de-deployed, and there's a little timer in the middle of it so you can see it a bit easier. There goes the Andro. There's a reversal for the Zin. There's a shot for him right in the back of the head. There a rewind over there. Is actually going to hit the Vivian. Did I actually land that? Holy shit, that was a really long range right click. I actually lobbed that like perfectly. Threw my Q up a little bit unnecessarily there. We'll throw a rewind. There goes the Vivian again. I think she was actually in her ult there, expecting to blast us a ton. Some shots into the Zin. Going to go ahead and pop that. Throw the Q down. I'm totally dead here any second, but we do have the rewind. I just got hit by the Damble. I didn't think that was anywhere near me, but okay, I'm dead. Fair enough. I guess that was weird. Gonna go ahead and hit the rewinds. Zin just ulted me. I can't really tell you what happened in that last play though. To be honest, I don't know if some bullshit happened or if I actually just didn't understand what was going on. Doing a pretty bad job so far, to be honest. There's the rewind. We're back up to full health. I did just throw my right click. It even had the effect. It went on cooldown, but it didn't rewind anybody. Okay, peak Paladins. So I guess that's kind of a weird interaction if you try and throw your right click out as you get ulted by a Zin. There is the rewind to put me back up to a decent amount of health. There is like a 3-man rewind that moved the Andro like mad because he was dashing, just fired into the reversal for no reason. There's a hit for the Vivian. Let's get another one on her. There we go. Just tap a little feet. Grok's going for the ult. We'll throw a rewind there. Did I hit anybody with it? Oh, I guess I did. I just hit something else. Did I hit the Maldamba? What just happened? I don't even know who I hit there, but okay, he's gone. Andro's just here. There's a shot from as soon as his reversal ends. That's Damba going for the ult. We'll throw the Q. Get a shot again on this Kinessa. There we go. For some reason, I'm getting weird frame rate drops whenever I fire my fully charged shot. That's a bit weird. Entire team died just there, and I was sat on the point on my own. There's the rewind. Tried to throw the Q, but Zin's ulting me. Completely unnecessary, but okay. Currently getting our score kind of doubled. There is a rewind for 2 of them. Cool. There's a hit for the Vivian. I think I hit her mine there. There's one for There's Zin. Damber's kind of pushing up on me a little bit. There's some damage for him. There's another shot. There is the F. I started the animation, but I think I was a little bit too slow. I don't think it really would have made much of a difference on me dying there. I probably was gone there anyway. At least we managed to recover a little bit of the score, so it wasn't a complete doubling of what we had, but there is the defeat. Definitely deserved. They played way better than us there as a team. I feel like I was kind of the only person playing the point for a lot of that match, but yeah, bit of a weird one. And there we go. It does pretty much prove what I just said. We have 148 seconds on the point, 33k damage, pretty rough. 394 is also not particularly good, but as you can kind of tell there, I was definitely the only person there sitting on the point. Shoutouts once again to the Moji, but let's go through the stats top to bottom. Sky struggled quite a bit. Grok actually didn't do too bad there. 50k heals isn't terrible. Lex did okay. Moji did also struggle a tad, very similar stat to the Sky. Overall, we were just kind of lacking there, I think, in damage and also just presence on the point. As for their side, Andrew did a great job there, 2670k. Zin also shredded, 16675k. Kanessa did okay. Damber did a pretty damn good job at 71k, and then the Vivian also did a great job, 13487k. Very mismatched game there, as you can kind of see. Bit of an awkward start, but let's go ahead and jump into game 2. We got Siege, Splitstown, Quarry. I wanted to make sure we got Siege for game 2 because I feel like I've been doing a lot of Onslaught recently. We've got a Victor, we've got a Grok, we've also got a Furious, so double support this time around, or at least one of them, hopefully. I feel like calling out support these days is a little bit redundant because of how many people you can play as just a straight damage as a support character. We then have a Bomb King as our last pick. I'm up against an Andro, a Dredge, a Zin, a Makoa, and an IO. So Makoa is kind of annoying here, and so is the IO, but we don't get counted again massively by anything on their side. I feel like for this one we should go for Temporal Divide because of how open the map is, but Deja Vu really is just a super safe choice. But you know what, screw it. For the sake of the video, we've already done Deja Vu. We'll go ahead and grab Temporal Divide, and we'll go for the heal setup again, even though the speed one probably makes more sense here. We don't really have anybody who massively benefits from speed, so I think I'll stick to this. You know, actually going to switch last second. Screw it. I wasn't sure if I wanted to go for Temporal Divide. Changed my mind because we have double support, Cherish, Spirits Domain, Burst Mode, and Raw Subjects. Doesn't make too much sense, so I decided to go for the choice we went for in the first game. There's a headshot for the Makoa. Hello Dredge. There's a bunch of damage on him. Zin is kind of low. There's a shot for the IO. What a rhyme. There's a shot for the Makoa shield because that does actually still give us the ammo gen. There is the F. There is a rewind. Cool. That is both of them miles away. There's a hit for him. Throw the Q. Jesus Christ, I feel like it takes so long for me to fire up my weapon sometimes. Talents for their side, by the way, are Godslayer, Abyss Spike, Half Shell is a pain in the ass, Yomi, and then Lifelink. There is the objective lost already. I feel like we had a very similar thing happen in game 1 that just happened there. Get a shot on this Dredge. There we go. Nice. He's out. Hello, Andro again. At least I've landed that one on the head. Okay, let's get a shot on the Zin. The frame rate dips so hard for some reason whenever I fully charge my shot. That's really weird. It feels really, really similar to what you have happen with Charlene and Corvus. Don't remember Atlas having this problem. Obviously, Charlene and Corvus have like the frame rate thing, but I didn't remember Atlas having issues. But then again, I don't play him very often, so maybe those of you guys that play him all the time can let me know. There's a rewind for the Makoa. There's a shot into his shield. God damn it, there's a bunch of shots into him. That is the Andrew going for the ult. Grok went for it too. I'm going to go ahead and use my rewind. Throw the Q just there. He's actually kind of low here. There's a shot for him. We'll throw a rewind. I thought that might have hit the Dredge as well. Totally dead here. He went ahead and used his ult on me, even though he didn't need to. Pretty much the entire team got wiped. I feel like I'm actually not doing too bad in this one, but we definitely still seem to be struggling as a team. There's another shot onto him. I did just do the animation for my Q, but I got stunned. DK went for the ult. We hit this in with the rewind. There's some shots onto the Makoa. I'm going to go ahead and pop this. There's a banish for her. Never mind. Trying to hold the overtime here. There's my F to avoid the IO ult. I'm definitely dead here any second. There's the Q. Tried to throw the rewind as well. Somehow I guess it took them long enough for overtime to trigger, but I feel like we've been getting battered this entire round. That is going to be the 0-2. I feel like this video of me trying to show off Atlas is doing a better job of showing off why I don't usually go for him, just because he's a bit of a janky character for me, and I think he is in general for a lot of people because I really don't see him very often in my matches. I think for ranked it's a completely different thing, but for casual at least, Atlas is just a bit of a weird pick. We did get 2 pretty juicy shots there on the IO, and if you're perfectly accurate with him, he can definitely be a good choice, but I feel for most average Paladins players, he's a bit of a clunky character. I don't really know what Makoa is trying to go for here. We'll rewind him back. He's now going for the ult. I'm going to go ahead and pop that. I avoided kind of a bunch of damage there. We'll throw the Q. Did he just walk into the thing? Did BK just knock him into the grinder? I think he did. There goes the frickin' Andro. Go ahead and rewind him. Did I land that? I think I did. He's now back here. That's a free kill. Well done, team. That is Makoa. Makoa's up here on the left. Let's get a bit of a flank play going. There's a rewind for both of them. Nice. There's a shot. That is frickin' Victor getting a double with the ult. I actually used the rewind very well there. Well done, team, for getting the synergy, but there is the objective capture. That's one thing I will say with Atlas. If you have a team that knows what they're doing, you can make some really ridiculous combos with him, which is, I think, a big reason as to why he doesn't work very well in casual, is because in ranked and I think the more serious games, he can work a little bit too well. But there is the Q. Luckily, didn't get hooked by the Makoa there. Throw a rewind up against there. Is that going to give me the double? No, it just hit the IO. I did try and hit it with the shot. BK is running in with the ult, but he didn't get anybody. I'm going to go ahead and hit my F there to regen my health. There is a shot for him. See, if you're accurate with him, that damage is actually kind of mad. Contesting the payload here against a goddamn Luna, but there's a 3-man rewind. I feel like that was probably a bad thing because I just put them back up on the top, but maybe not. There's the Q again. I'm not sure what the hell I'm doing here. I guess I'm just contesting the point. There's a 2-man rewind again. There's a headshot for him. Okay, cool. Hello, Andrew. There's a shot for him. There's the F. This is such a messy point. Quite a messy fight here on the point. There's a little cheeky shot for the Xin. There's a shot on the Luna. I feel like that was a headshot, but okay game. Dredge at the back is starting to deal some mad damage with the spam. There is a headshot for her. Hit the goddamn Makoa wall. There is the F. Okay, there is the Q again. That just saved my life, but I'm still dead, so I guess it didn't. Charge it up and hit the Dredge. Not a Dredge, it's an Andro. Okay, there's a shot for the IO. I feel like I can't headshot her for some reason. I feel like that one was also kind of on point. To be honest, Makoa half shell is a massive pain because whenever we clear his shield, he obviously gets it massively reset. Missed the rewind by like a little bit. Throw a rewind there for the Makoa. Nice. There's a shot for her. He's pretty much gone. There goes the IO as well. Pull the rewind. Luckily, we are still freaking pushing the overtime. Try my best to hold the overtime here. That's BK going for the ult. He went for the IO. Is he going to be able to finish her off? I guess he did. There's a hit on the Xin. He's really low. We'll throw a rewind there at the back, which I thought would hit the Dredge, but he didn't go that way. There goes Makoa. Well, there goes the Andro, and that is the push successful. Holy shit, we actually got it. Well done, team. Honestly, really thought we weren't going to get that. We pushed like half of it in overtime. Well done, team. We're coming together quite well now. Max Kronos makes a really big difference. Croc has got max morale boost as well, which is definitely helping. We then have max core on the BK and the Victor, which is kind of the reason I'm trying to get it as well, because two of them isn't really enough here. To be honest though, the Makoa half shell is a pain in the ass. He just hooked me. There's the Q. Managed to just about freaking juke that, or did she just hit the wall? I don't really know. Missed the rewind because he pulled up his shield. Bit of a weird fight. He's going for the ult, which is kind of strange. I can't rewind him because he's CC immune, but there is my rewind. We'll throw the rewind there on the Xin. Cool. There is the Q. Gonna kind of try and stand near that. There goes the Andro. He's on 2 goddamn health. IO hit him with a heal. There's a rewind for the Makoa. Gonna go ahead and pull up the ult, but I can't banish anybody because his shield's there. Thank you, Furia, for the heal, but I'm still dead. I guess we get 60% of it back. He's dabbing on me to try and run back in, but we did get dismounted pretty early. Throw a rewind just there. Is that gonna hit the Xin? No, I missed him by like a little bit. There's a shot for him though. Hello, Dredge. There's a shot for you as well. He's going for the ult. I was just about able to get out of that. There is my rewind. There is a right click on the floor. Did I get 2 of them? I think I did. I might have got the Makoa as well. He could have been behind his shield. Doesn't really matter. They're all alive. I think a really good way of kind of explaining Atlas is that when you're doing well with him, you do really, really well. But when you have a tough time, he can be a really, really tough time. It's a terrible way of explaining what I meant, but hopefully it got my point across. There goes the Andro. There's a little shot for the Strix, which I don't think was a headshot. Not the Strix. It's a goddamn Xin. What am I talking about? Throw a rewind there. Send the Makoa way back to where he was as he was running in with his mount. There is the Q. Get a cheeky shot on him. There we go. I'm going to have to try and land all of these now to keep my ammo so I don't have to reload. BK went for the ult. Got rid of the Andro. There's a rewind for the Makoa, because why not? There's the Q. I don't really know why I bothered to rewind him there, but he's dead. Okay, there's a shot for the IO. Headshots with Atlas feel goddamn satisfying, that's for sure. I think we got the defense, at least for now, I guess. I just don't really want to push up too much because they could easily sneak kind of behind. Makoa's really pushing up. There's a rewind just for the Xin. That Makoa shield is so goddamn annoying, that's for sure. There's a shot for him. There is the Q. There's another one. What am I doing? I don't know. There's a rewind for I think 2 or 3 of them. There's a shot for him. There's another one. I'm just going to freaking spam my shots here. There's no point in me trying to charge him. There we go. There is the rewind. I thought that'd put me back on the top, but it didn't. There's a rewind for just Xin. I'm stunned by Luna. Why are all these team fights so hectic? There goes the IO any second. Let's finish her off. Cool. There's a rewind for Xin. Luckily his counter doesn't counter it if we hit kind of next to him. There's another one on him to finish him off. Never mind, he's in billow. But there we go. That's a defense successful. Kind of all I care about. It's 3-3, so at least we're going the full distance, but I feel like we're kind of destined to lose. Either way, whether we win or lose, I feel like at least in this match I've done a good job of showing off Atlas with the Q, the rewind, and self-rewind. I feel like I've actually used the abilities pretty well, other than the ultimate, which I just plain suck with. I don't like Atlas ult at all. BK said Fury will ult early, so just go. So I guess I'm going to try and just go, whatever that means. Through a rewind, kind of messed it up. That's IO chucking me into the grinder. She did die for it, so I don't really feel like that was too much of a trade, especially considering she only got me with the ultimate. But now I'm having to spectate from behind here because, of course, the spectate's broken. Victor got rid of Andro and also the Makoa. BK got rid of the Xin. Let's go run on to the point. Hit IO with the rewind for no reason because she was full health. We're just going to try and sit on the point. There's a shot for Andro. Not really sure what he was going for there. My frame rate right now is absolute ass, by the way. It probably won't show in the video, but through a Q, blocked some of what the Dredge was trying to do. We'll pop the ult. Not really sure what I'm going for. There's a banish. There's a banish. Oh my god, that counter was god tier. Missed the one on the Dredge. Frame rate right now is dropping a ridiculous amount. I don't even know if I'll be able to show it at all in the video, but it feels like absolute shit right now. Try my best to stay alive. Thank you for the heals, and we actually managed to win. I'm very surprised. The IO is like 2 footsteps away from it there, but I guess me staying on it was enough for us to win. Well done, team. I reckon I can nearly say for sure the problems I was having today with Atlas and his frame rate and stuff are nearly the exact same thing that happens with Charlene and Corvus. Feel free to tell me in the comments, but yeah, it felt like the exact same thing because at the start of the game, it's not too bad, and then the longer the match goes on, the worse it gets, to the point where towards the end there, I feel like I was kind of watching a slideshow at times. Like I've said before, it won't show as well in the video because I'm playing at 144. The video is kind of locked at 60, so you don't really see frame rate drops unless it drops massively under 60, but yeah, it felt pretty rough there, jumping so heavily back and forth. But anyway, enough complaining about Paladins issues. Let's go through the stats. I feel like we did pretty damn good. 8-8-15, 262 seconds on the point, 86k. Definitely not a bad stat there. Definitely didn't do a crazy good job, but we played the objective a ton, which I guess is what you're meant to do as a frontline. fine. I feel like we did use our abilities at least decently in that match. As for the rest of the stats, I'd say the Victor and the BK both did pretty decent. Victor had a few more deaths which he probably could have avoided, but both of them did well. I'd say Furia did a great job there, 100k heals. Grok also did pretty good, but a little bit worse than her. But their side, Zin did pretty good. Makoa looks like he has a pretty bad stat there, 110.9, 188 seconds, 40k is pretty rough, but he did shield for 180. He definitely could have had more damage, that's for sure, but he did use his Q very, very well, and we did end up firing into it a ton, which just reset it, which was kind of dumb. I'd definitely say on the tanky side of things, he did great, but on the damage side, not so much. Dredge has way more damage than I'd have expected him to have there. 126k is way above everybody, and I didn't even really feel like he was doing that well, but apparently he did. Androxus did a pretty decent job, very similar to the rest of the damages there. Zin, Victor, BK, they all had around 90 to 100k, and then IO shredded on heals, 117k. Topped that match, although obviously we did have two. I feel like she did a pretty decent job. To be honest, I'd actually say that was a pretty even match, and it could have easily gone either way, I think, there in the last round, but we just about managed to pull through with that win. I feel like the setup I showed off worked pretty well. I probably would have been better off going for Temporal Divide and the speed setup maybe in that second game, but honestly, Deja Vu worked pretty well. It just got countered a little bit by that Makoa shield, which I for some reason didn't expect. The heal reset setup though definitely worked great. I've noticed Hellhunter a ton. Phantom Pain also was super useful, as were the 2 sustain cards. So yeah, I guess we'll end the video here. Thank you for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Of course, I'll see you guys all very, very soon. Let me know what you want to see me do next, and as always, stay Frost there.